I'm Keith Helwig from Cops Corrections 3-Minute Videos. Today I'd like to talk about the topic of suicide. In police work and in corrections, suicide is a common problem. You are more likely to kill yourself than you are to be killed during a felonious act by an inmate or by someone that you're trying to capture in a criminal activity. Suicide rates differ among corrections and police work. However, oftentimes they're caused by the same thing. They're caused by traumatic situations. One of the problems we face in corrections, as opposed to police work, is that in corrections you have to deal with a traumatic situation not only when it occurs, but if it happens on your unit, you have to revisit it each and every time you work. As an example, I can remember the first fatal accident that I had to attend to as a police officer. I can tell you exactly where it happened, what kind of car it was, the man's name. He was wearing a dirty red t-shirt, he was wearing blue jeans, he needed a shave. I can tell you all the exact details of his injuries. He was ejected from the vehicle. When I went to work the next night, I didn't go down that road. I didn't want to go down that road. I didn't have to go down that road. So I chose not to go down that road. Even now, when I work and I go past that spot, I always glance over to see where the car landed. I know where it landed. That was over 20 years ago. I remember everything about it. Now, as a correctional officer, if you have a traumatic situation, whether it's an inmate mutilating themselves, whether it's an inmate that cut their wrist, whether it's an inmate that hung themselves, you can't just go down another road. If you're assigned to that unit, the next night you have to check that cell. If the inmate hasn't done something which requires hospitalization or removal, the next night you have to deal with that inmate. You can't just go down another road. You can't just walk away from it and decide, I'm not going to go that way. It's your duty to check that every single day. Whether you're a police officer or a correctional officer, I think one of the best pieces of advice I could give would be to talk to people when you go through a traumatic event. A lot of times, particularly with young officers, it may be the first time in their life they've ever had to deal with the death of somebody. If you're an experienced supervisor or if you're an experienced coworker and you've had to do it before, tell them what you felt, and chances are they're feeling the same thing. We need to be there for each other. We need to be there in the good times. We need to be there in the bad times. We need to help each other through the trauma we may experience on our job. Stay safe, watch your back, and if you like my videos, please hit the red subscribe button. Thank you.